Hi folks, today we're having a look at a little pair of handheld walkie-talkies just bought from eBay. The Floureon V8, and these are UHF. Now, I got these from eBay for the grand price, including postage, of £16. And when I thought, I've never heard of Floureon, never seen them before, never heard of squeak about them, and I thought when these arrived they'll be like something very tacky and cheap that you give to your kids to play with. But I'm actually very well pleased with them. There's a good solid feel to them. A wee bit of, they're quite tactile to touch. The buttons are nice to touch. There's a good solid feel to them. We've a bit of weight in it as well. And as you can see, there's the size. There's a Baofeng, the GT3, to give you an idea of the size. They're not that far away, so not a bad little radio size-wise and feel. Let's give her a wee test with the
power on.
Power on.
Power on.
Now, obviously, you can do away with that horrible voice, or
4, 3.
even those bleeps. You can do away with them. Now, it says in the advert on eBay they were 5 watts, which I doubted. And of course, when the box arrived, they're 2.5 watt high power and 1 watt low power. But as usual, they've all the same sort of features that your Baofeng would have. The menu system is very, very similar to it. It has your CTCSS tones and whatnot, and you have a scan feature. Now we're in memory channel or memory mode here, so you function on 0. And the way it goes, if this camera would focus, scanning through a series of, I think I have 7 or 8 memories on at the moment in time. There's one of the Isle repeaters, and the cancel function. I'm just over to the road of him now. Let's see.
4, 3.
On the side, 3 buttons. PTT button. The middle button's the brake squelch, and the button beneath has 2 functions. It'll turn on your torch as usual. Not that bright, bit gimmicky, but you never know. Push it again to cancel. Hold the bottom button in, and brings on your FM radio. And a little bit of classical guitar on Radio 4 this evening. Very soothing for the ear. Cancel, I'll hold it in again.
Cancel.
Box comes with all the usual, your charging ports, belt clips, and a little lanyard for hanging it from your waist or whatever. But now we're in memory mode now. To go to VFO mode or frequency mode, you hit the VFO button here. Oh, if I can, this bloody old camera's having difficulty focusing as usual. Hit that.
Frequency mode.
And of course, you can change the frequency by the arrows up and down, or you can go direct entry with the keypad. 433 500.
0.
And to return to frequency or channel mode, hit the VFO button again.
Channel mode.
Now, when it arrived out of the box, when I turned it on, it went straight into channel mode, and the display read channel. So if you hold in the VFO button at the bottom, turn this on.
Power on. Channel mode.
And you see it shows you the channel.
4,
5, 6,
4, 6, 7,
whatever.
1.
Now, and to go into frequency mode again, turn the radio off. VFO button, turn it on again.
Power on. Frequency mode.
And you're in frequency mode again. But it doesn't tell you in the manual, if you hit the VFO button in this mode,
Channel mode.
it takes you to channel mode where you can actually see the frequencies. Because the channel mode where it just shows you channel 1, 2 and 3, well, you need to remember what frequencies are on them. Well, and that's no use to me because I have a memory like a fish. So it doesn't tell you how to do that in the manual. And I prefer, as I say, to see the frequencies displayed. Little plug on the side for your usual external microphone and whatnot. And yes, it's the same as the Baofeng and the Kenwood, which is very handy. And let me see now. We'll do a quick audio test.
2, 3.
There is we're on PMR frequency. So it might sound a wee tad overdriven because I'm only going to be about 10 feet down the hall here, but we'll give it a quick test. I'll sneak out into the hall.
Test, 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 test.
might have, as I say, sounded slightly overdriven, but when I'm listening to the repeater on it, it's typical, very clear UHF audio quality, nice and clear and crisp. Well pleased with them. And as usual, the battery slides off. And there's your details in the back. This thing will focus. Floureon two-way radio, model V8, frequency 400 to 470 megahertz, 2.5 watts. And the battery is the same as all the usual generic information. Caution, do not dispose of, do not throw on fire, do not throw at the police, all the usual carry on. Very thin indeed. Yet to actually work out what sort of life the battery will give me. And I've yet to try them in the field as such, so I might take them out over the weekend here and give them a proper testing. See what sort of see what sort of range we're getting. I have tried changing the antennas are monoband. It does say in the bottom of them. It does, let's see with this camera. It does say they're UHF and they are monoband, but I have tried one of these let me see, is it Nakano? I have one of those antennas there, those long whippy boys, they're an aftermarket one, and you can see there's a size. I have it against the GT3 Biofang, but yes, I've tried this antenna on them and it receives my local repeater 70 centimeters GB3UL. It receives them better, so I think I'll invest in a couple of those. But all in all, quite happy with them. You can't tag the frequencies in the memory. Again, there's our local GB3UL, and you get most of those Biofangs now. You can put the call sign on the display. You can't do it in these, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So apart from all that, I'm over the moon with them. As I say, nice quality feel to them, nice ruggedness, wee bit of weight about them, and for £16, folks, let's face it, you're not going to go wrong. You really aren't going to go wrong at all. So there we go, folks. A quick look round the Floureon V8 UHF handheld transceiver.